And for those of you who don't know where the perineum is, it is in between the anus and the genitals. So with that as the focus, let's begin. Take a deep breath in. Lam. 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 Now let's go 1 inch above the perineum, and this is the place behind where we urinate. And focusing there, we do the sound VUM. And here we have the ring finger pressing against the thumb. So let's take a deep breath in. VUM. VUM. Last time. VUM. Now let's bring our awareness behind the navel, and there we do the sound rum, and we have the middle finger touching the thumb. And as we do rum, we pull in the abdominal area near the navel. Take a deep breath in. Rum. 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 Now we go in between the breasts in the middle of the body, and there we do the sound yum. And here we keep the index finger pressing the thumb. And here it is not possible to contract, but do a mental knock or a contraction there. Take a deep breath in. Yum. 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 Now we come through the throat. Here we do hum. Take a deep breath in, and here we have the thumb facing upward with a loose fist. Take a deep breath in. Hum. 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 Now keep the awareness in the middle of the head, and there we do the sound chum with the same thumbs up. Chum. 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 Now top of the head, Om. Now, let's begin our happy face breathing. So those of you who know the Ujjayi Pranayama, please proceed. For those of you who are new to it, I'll give the instructions. Close your eyes, observe your throat. It feels normal. Now make a big smile with your eyes closed and observe the slight stretch you feel in the throat. And focusing on the throat, you inhale and exhale slowly, where you can feel the air rubbing through the throat. So literally it feels like restricted breathing. So let's proceed, and I will show you how slowly it is done by raising up my hand as I inhale and bring it down as I exhale. So this is the demo. Continue. Okay. Now let's do the mantra jap, mental mantra visualization. We focus like the mantra is flowing from the middle of the chest upward to the top of the head. And the mantra is I'm im hum. I'm im hum, but I'm im 3 syllables. So I'm im I'm im I'm im like that you visualize the flow. Yes.
So it's not Haim today, it's I'm.
Sorry, it is Haim. Haim im I made a mistake. Haim im Haim im Haim im
Is it hum or
Um.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now let's go on to do couple of Brahmaris, and this is the humming. Take a deep breath in, and we will do without the hand position first. You're simply making the nasal sound. One more time. Now bring the little finger at the edge of the nostrils, the ring finger in the middle of the nostrils where the bony part and soft part meet, where if you press, the nostrils will not fully close, only be restricted. The middle finger over the eyelids, the index finger over the eyebrows, and you close the inner earlobe with your thumbs when you're doing the humming. So now take a deep breath in. Now, let's go on to the next exercise. We will do the alternate nostril breathing. So close the right nostril, inhale to the left and visualize the inhalation as if it's going into the brain across the right side and going up and lodging in the middle of the brain as you inhale in. Then close the left nostril and you exhale to the right nostril. Visualize the breath coming out from the middle of the brain through the left side and crossing over and going out of the left nostril. Inhale from the left and feel the sensation going up. And as you exhale to the left nostril, feel it go the other way. So continue. Okay. Now let's go on to our spinal alignment exercise. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring one ear towards the shoulder. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, go the other way. Inhale and exhale. Slower the exhalation, better the impact, yogic impact. Each person within their own ability without strain. If you find this exercise is creating trouble for the neck, don't do it. Okay. Now we will go on to the next exercise. As you exhale, rotate. And like you're looking over one shoulder, inhale, come back, exhale, look over the other shoulder. Okay. Now, as you inhale, take the head back. Exhale, bring the chin towards the chest. Again, remember all of this is in your own capacity. So Chandu, Sankuratri, you're sitting on a chair, hopefully. Otherwise, your leg will pain and you keep shifting.
I'm trying to practice Vajrasana. So
Yeah, but it's your choice. But what happens is, remember, the key element of yoga is to integrate the body, mind, and spirit. The mind is preoccupied with pain in the knee, thighs or knees or whatever while doing Vajrasana, the higher awareness will not come. Now, what happens is, as you practice simply sitting on a chair, after a period of one, Vajrasana will become easier because the rest of the system is easier.
Got it.
So keeping the ease in the being is very important.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
As you exhale, bring the chin towards the chest. And now we will rotate as you inhale half a circle and exhale the other half. And continue. Let's go opposite direction. Renu, be careful. Don't do this and tell me your neck is paining. Okay, now we go to the shoulder exercises. We do the alternate shoulders. Inhale, lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate, bring it down. Inhale, bring up the other shoulder. Rotate, bring it down. Continue. Okay. Now, let's go on to the hand exercises. Inhale, lift up the palm. Exhale, thumb in and make a downward facing fist. Okay, now let's rotate around the wrists. Keep the elbows stretched out. Go the opposite direction. Now elbows in line with the shoulders. We rotate around the full wrist and palms. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. Visualize inhaling, energizing, exhaling, relaxing.
Now let's go backward. Inhale, exhale.
The younger folks may not appreciate the value of this exercise, but all the seniors over there are going to love this. Now interlock the fingers, bring it behind the head. And as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back, exhale, go the other way.
Is it inhale when you are stretching or exhale?
Exhale when you're stretching and turn. Inhale, come back. Exhale, stretch the other way. Okay. Now we do both shoulders together. Inhale, lift up both shoulders. Exhale, rotate back and come down. Okay. Now let's cross one hand over the opposite knee. And as you turn, bring the hand behind you and turn. Inhale, come back, and exhale the other way. Do gently and slowly. The slower you exhale, better the impact. Okay, this is good. Now, let's cross one leg over the other and get hold of the knee with both your hands. And as you exhale, pull it and bring it to the opposite side. So you feel it compressed in the chest and moving in the other direction. And then turn the head to the same direction as you're holding your leg. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. Now let's cross the other leg. Exhale, pull and turn. Okay, that's good. Now we can do the leg exercises. And the leg exercises, remember, if you lift up the leg, stretch it out and bring it down like cycling. Inhale and exhale. Now the other leg. Excellent. Now we go on to our breathing exercise, the Bhasrika Pranayam. As you inhale, feel the abdomen area come out, the chest expand, and the shoulder pull back. Exhale, all of that contract and relax. So for people who are doing it the first time, keep your hand in your belly. And as you begin with exhalation and feel the abdominal area go in, and as you inhale, feel the abdominal area come out, the chest fill up, and the shoulder pull back. And as you exhale, feel it all relax. Now, once you're able to get this sequence correctly, the next step of graduation is as follows. Those of you who like to use the hand position, you can begin first with one hand in the belly, and the other hand, you keep it like this. And when you inhale, feel the belly come out, feel the chest expand, lift up the elbows. And as the upper lung breathes in, the shoulder pulls back and the hand goes back. And as you exhale, everything comes in. You do this for 10 breaths, and then you do it with the other hand for 10 breaths. This way you can train yourself to make sure the lower lung is breathing with the abdominal area motion. Once you feel comfortable with all of that, then you can have both your fists together. So let's go. 1. Each of you adapt to what is comfortable for you. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Eyes closed. Observe the sensation. Keep the eyes closed and observe the sensations within. Okay, let's go to the second round. 1, exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, exhale. 6, exhale. 7, exhale. 8, exhale. 9, exhale. 10, exhale. 11, exhale. 12, exhale. 13, exhale. 14, exhale. 15, exhale. 16, exhale. 17, exhale. 18, exhale. 19, exhale. And 20, exhale. Eyes closed. Once all sensations subside, you can begin your meditation with your personal mantra. And Om will play in the background. It's 6:30, and those who are in a hurry to leave can leave. I will request some of you to introduce yourself, and after that, I will share a little bit about how, when we use electrophotonic imaging, the reading gives us very good diagnosis. I'll share a case with you. So I will ask Yashwant Balsare to introduce himself. He has just joined us today. So Yashwantji, please speak up.
Namaste, Yashwant Balsare. I'm professionally and now work for Seva International as a full-time. And then I retired as a school teacher. I was in the school district in Polk County in Florida for almost 22 years. Now based in Atlanta, and got the instructions from Dr. Rajanji. Started working with him since last almost now 1 month, and I was having some breathing problems to start with, and doctors advised me to go to the emergency right away because it was related to heart. So when we started, then I felt that yes, it is not required to go immediately. He asked me to go for all the different tests, and I got my catheterization and angioplasty just 2 days back. But this session and the instructions from Dr. G has helped me a lot, and finding totally different since last about 20 days. So thank you, everybody, and namaste.
Welcome, Yashwantji. Actually, in his case, the heart situation was serious enough where it needed this stents put in. But then he had chest pain. And with mantras, we were able to control the chest pain for a week before he could get into all of those things.
Right.
But any case, now Sarah Mejia, who has been here with us for some time, would you like to introduce yourself? Maithili Subramaniam, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, Moto.
Okay. Anybody else who wants to introduce themselves? Okay. So what I will do is,
Hello, Moto.
okay, I will go on to describing the case we had, which is very instructive. Yes, Balmukund. Unmute yourself.
Dhiren Shah wanted to introduce himself, I think.
Please
Yeah.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Dhirendra Shah. I got your number from Maharaj from the Mangal Mandir Press. So, and he told me to just join this very good yogas and everything. So I just joined today because my office is there up to 5:30 sometimes maybe. So I will try my level best to join at 5:30. So there actually nothing but last maybe more than a month or something. Suddenly I got some kind of like the breathing kind of problem, or maybe it's not a problem, but sometimes I scared that in the night I cannot not getting the sleep or something. And I took my X-rays and everything, all the medical, everything is looks good. Only the things that I'm a little bit scared. And he said by doing the yogas and everything, I think that is the best thing rather than going anywhere. So I just tried to join today. Actually, I am based in Maryland. Yeah, it's for the very close to the Mangal Mandir. You know.
Have you been assessed by your doctor?
Uh, no, I just take like this is a recently been maybe month or 1.5 months or something. Before that, I got some kind of vertigo, and then I took my everything, all the like brain MRIs and all kind of X-rays and sonography of my no, all my like neck and all kind of everything is good. He says nothing is there, everything, and then he prescribed some couple of medicine, you know. And
Yeah,
recently I did one.
did they do a EKG also?
Huh?
EKG also?
Yeah, everything. Yes.
Okay. They did not say there was any irregular rhythm of the heart or anything like that.
No, nothing. That is sometime back. Yeah, almost about
What is sometime
maybe 2
back?
months back, 2.5 months back. And
What
recently,
happened?
I did one X-ray because of the breathing. I said that if somebody told that my doctor said that let us have kind of X-ray and see if anything problem with your lungs or everything. But X-ray is 100% clear. You know.
No, but when I said the rhythm of the heart, you said something back. What happened? Did somebody say you had the rhythm of the heart was not right?
No, rhythm of heart is good. That's it. No problem. No.
Okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
only sometimes, I need to take the deep breath, to get myself comfortable. And it's slowly reducing now because it says that it's just because of my thinking kind of stuff. So it says that because doing kind of something yoga, you will be divert your attention and it will heal it out.
Okay, welcome.
No,
And anybody else before I share
yeah,
with
thank you.
you?
I really enjoy your different tricks and everything. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Welcome. Anybody
Uh,
else?
Could I speak,
Yes,
Narayanan?
Maitri, come.
My name is Maithili Subramanian. I've known Narayanan for a long time. My husband and he are cousins, and we're based in Toronto, Canada. I just want to share something that happened to me recently and how Narayanan played a big part in that. So about 3 months ago, he called me. He called my husband actually, and he said that all of you should be doing this mandram that he just shared with us, the Haim Im Am, right? That one he said, he told my husband, you do it for like 5 minutes. And then he called for me and he said, you have to do it for half an hour. So I said, okay, I'll do it for half an hour. I didn't do it for half an hour, but I did it for about 10 minutes every day because Narayan, I have such a huge respect for him. So I started doing it. End of April, I was very sick. I went down with fever. I was at around 38.5 for about 4 days. I had tremendous body ache, chills, headache, incredible tiredness, but I did not have breathlessness. I did not have any of the symptoms that is associated with, cold or cough or anything to do with the chest. And when I described the symptoms to my doctor, she said, okay, you probably have 3 of the 5 COVID symptoms, but since you don't have breathlessness, which is a big thing, we won't test you. So I did not get tested. But the long and short of it is I self-isolated myself, but I don't know whatever I got. With COVID around the place, I don't know if I got that or I did not get it. But I think that mantram that Narayanan told me to do a month prior to this happening, I think that definitely helped me. And I felt it today. Today, I felt the difference when I said that mantram. I felt a certain amount of heat which was produced, and I could not explain why it was there. So thanks, Narayanan. I really enjoyed the session.
Now I need to introduce you to Bal Mukund. Bal Mukund, Maithili is a PhD in physics. She is a nuclear physicist. Okay, so a kindred spirit to you. Okay, so anyway, so now let me share with you. Yes, go ahead, unmute yourself, Bal Mukund.
Okay. Sorry, yeah, Maithili. I just wanted to introduce myself. So I used to work at National Institute of Technology in Standards and Technology, NIST, and I was at their nuclear reactor doing the neutron scattering studies on lithium-ion batteries. So you know, I have some interface with all the nuclear stuff.
Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm just speaking out of turn, but I was with the NRL for some time, and yes, we did a lot of work there with the neutron wells and the development of Compton images and stuff like that. So yes, it's a lot of fun.
Awesome. It'll be good to catch up.
Maithili, we should engage you with some of the research which we are doing. You may
Okay,
find
I would appreciate that. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Now
Wonderful.
I'm going to share with you. Anybody else want to introduce themselves? Yes, Kamlesh Chawla, you have already introduced yourself.
Yeah, I want to make a comment. Actually, I started 1.5 months before, but
Yeah.
after 15 days, my blood pressure since 2 years, it was like 145, 148 by 74. And doctor started a medicine, but it was still with medicine, same thing. So, but I was taking it anyway, doesn't matter. So since last 1 month before, after starting 15 days, I just start meditating every day. I was writing because to show to the doctor. And you won't believe it. Today I will celebrate, but this is happening since last month. My blood pressure comes 127, 128 over 73, 74. And my heartbeat was always like 90, sometimes 100. Now it's like 80, 82. Still it's a little bit high, but still I'm happy with it. But
Excellent.
nothing will, I feel good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was very good.
I have same
Kamlesh ji.
thing.
Anjana Parekh, you want to say something?
Yep, my blood pressure also has gone down 127, 118 over 70, 73. Yes, I have a great experience. Thank you, Dr. Narayan.
Thank you, Ji. Now, if anybody else, before I get into what I wanted to say,
Yeah, Rajanji, just a few comments. One is that,
Yes.
when we do Haim Imam with you in the session, it is much more effective. Seems like, you feel some different effect than when I do it alone.
yes, that is what is called the group effect.
Yeah. And the other thing is that in this Bhastrika we do, to what extent we empty our lungs in the breathing out process? Is there
You're asking me, are you asking me how much effort to put in, or are you asking me what happens physiologically?
No, how much effort to put in the exhaust means,
Okay.
filling up, you do it as much as you can. But
Yes, the thing
just
is
to
basically,
relax it.
you have to put, yes. Anytime we do any yoga exercise, we can never strain ourselves. Okay? Now, what happens is without straining, but with consciousness when we do it, that is the degree of your ability. The reason I say keep your hand in the abdominal area and gently push in as you exhale, and as you inhale, feel it come out. Even though it appears a little bit strained or forceful, the idea is it's not as much to push as much as to feel the palm going in and coming out. So whatever we do in yoga has to be done with light effort. Normally what happens is when we inhale and exhale without thinking, we exchange about 10% of our lung capacity. Now, when we inhale and exhale like this, we actually exchange up to 40% of our lung capacity, depending upon each individual. And of course, we can never do 100%. Now, if a person is not breathing as much and they only exchange 20% of lung capacity, that itself is enough to begin with, because everything in stages based upon your capacity and doing with without strain, with mild effort. That is the key to it. So in other words, whatever you're doing within your capacity, as long as you're doing it without strain, it cannot be wrong. Is that okay,
Thank
Ravinder?
you. Thank
Okay,
you.
great. So now, anybody else comment or introduction, anything? Okay, so then I'm going to share with you how we go about understanding a root cause of problems. So today I had someone who had come to me with two conditions. One was the lumbar area of the spine was diagnosed from an MRI as having stenosis, which in common language is narrowing of the channel. So the nerves are being affected over there. And the other was the person around the same time was diagnosed with blood pressure going up. Now, when blood pressure goes up, you know, in earlier discussions I have shared with you, the characteristic of which number goes up, the higher number called systolic, when that goes up and the lower number diastolic remains the same, it is a different indicator. In this case, both the lower number and the higher number went about 10 to 20 points higher. Okay. And so the thing is, when we measured in our electrophotonic imaging, the BioWell, the first thing it showed us was, it showed us that not only was there a problem in the overall spine, including the lumbar region, actually it showed initially the lumbar region, and then it showed that there was a problem in the breathing in the lungs. And so we tested 4 different exercises. And by the time we tested 4 different exercises, one by one, what we saw was, it was the thoracic, chest part of the spine, the thoracic spine, where the communication was not effective enough, which was causing the blood pressure. So because we were able to test with the number, we were able to establish the causality. The the spine becoming affected resulted in the central nervous communication not being consistent, and it affected the communication into the chest area related to the cardiovascular system. And it resulted in the blood pressure being manifested. And it was both the higher number systolic and the lower number diastolic both going up. And once this was all done and we were able to bring it, everything became completely, the breathing was the one that helped to bring all of this down together. So the reason I'm explaining this to you is, when I'm doing video conferencing with people and they're asking me questions, or here some of you ask the questions related to your personal problem, we are doing with a certain level of, what will I say, guesstimate, this kind of problem or whatever. But when we are able to measure with the BioWell, we get precise understanding as what is the root cause and how it manifested. And so this was very interesting how we were able to trail the causality and how it moved. So I just wanted to share with you how, when we are able to read with BioWell, we get this degree of exactness. Any thoughts, questions?
Just I was thinking that, is it a good idea for everybody who can afford to be there in where you have the testing facility to get tested if there is something that we don't know?
I think it is a very good idea. So what we will do is, you're there in Fort Lauderdale. So what I will do is, of course, in the next few months, we'll see if we can get a machine to Fort Lauderdale.
Thank you.
Yeah, we want to do everywhere, all of us.
Where are you located, Kusumji?
North Carolina.
Where in North Carolina?
Near Charlotte.
Near Charlotte. Okay. So you're in the Research Triangle area, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's fine. We'll try to get one there too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in Chapel Hill, so I can join also.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, that is right. The two of you are over there. Yes, we can make it.
And Shashi Malik also, she's in this area.
Who is that?
Shashi Malik.
Okay.
Yeah, my other friends is here too, and they just started today, but I don't think so. He introduced himself, he and his wife. They probably wants to do too. His wife have some problem too. She have arthritis and some stuff, you know. There's probably she can measure too, and she can find out what's wrong with her too.
Kusumji, how much, for how long have you been doing yoga meditative practices?
I joined you about a month, more than a month.
But before that, were you doing any meditative practices?
Little at home, you know, not the other one like that, but I do, but not that much.
Hmm.
Any chance
Okay.
of Chicago?
Sorry, Ashok Gupta ji, you were saying something?
Any chance of this treatment in Chicago?
Yes,
Bio-
Chicago.
Sure, we can do that in Chicago. Not a problem.
Dr. Narayanan, yesterday you mentioned about a mantra for 5 minutes for 3 times a day.
Yes, yes.
This is same Haim, Im, mantra or different mantra for the diabetic person that.
No, this is different.
Okay.
And what it is this is a mantra I don't want to share with you now for a very specific reason.
Okay.
If it is overused, it has negative impact.
Okay.
And therefore, I don't want people to hear the mantra and go and start using it indiscriminately and having, so it cannot be done more than 5 minutes. And so I will share, but once the assessment is complete, I'll share everything with you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
May I ask a question, Rajanji?
Yes.
Kiran, good follow up on the blood pressure thing. Now, has this been tried on arthritis or some other ailments like respiratory problems or anything?
Yes. But what happens is we have to go one at a time.
Okay.
Now, what has happened is because we have come here as a large group like this, we have heard 3 cases of blood pressure right over here, right?
Yes.
So the thing is, for all these 3 cases, I need to have a half-hour conversation to record the nature and the history and how the transformation has occurred. Only then we can, document it properly. So, the people who mentioned over here, Anjana Parekh, Kusumji, as well as Kusum Chawla, right? Kamlesh Chawla, right? So these 3 people, I will contact you separately and we document openly over here. If your permission is over there, we can share it with this entire group and particularly the doctors in this group. Is that okay?
Yeah, okay. Yes.
Kusumji, good?
Sure. No problem.
But I don't have nothing, but still we can check it out though.
No. Who was it said, there were 3 people who said about blood pressure. One was you were one of them, right? Kusumji?
No, I don't have a blood pressure.
Oh,
though.
I was.
Kamlesh Chawla did, and who was the 3rd person? Mr. Batra, Ashok Batra, you want to say something?
Yes, I had indicated last week that my blood pressure dropped by 15 to 17 points.
Very good. So I guess we will take the 3 or 4 of you, and based on that, we will document the nature and we'll put together a good how to understand that. Yes. Ashok Gupta ji, yes, speak up. Unmute yourself.
We have a question in the chat box about Maya Kumbha. How many times can you do that?
I think I answered it. I said 5 to 20 times.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. And so the next, so with regard to the arthritis that Dr. Kiran Parekh asked, there are methods available for providing relief in arthritic conditions. However, we are experimenting with techniques to see whether it can be cured. So that is a much higher bar. So this exercise we are doing over here, this regimen, it should actually be helping people who have arthritis. If anybody here who has arthritis and have found relief from this practice that you're doing on a daily basis, please raise your hand. If you would like to speak up, please speak up. Nobody here. Okay.
No, I'm Sushma Mahajan.
Yes.
I felt some relief. It's not completely,
Okay.
better.
Yes. So the thing is basically this practice, immediately before to after, you should feel some degree of relief in the arthritic joints. And weekends, we were trying to do, instead of 2 rounds of Bhastrika, we were doing 4, 5, 6 rounds of Bhastrika to relieve arthritic pain. Sushma ji, that didn't work for you?
I routinely do at least 5 minutes of Bhastrika.
5 minutes or 5 rounds?
No, 5 rounds, sorry. 5 rounds.
Yes, 5 rounds, yes.
Every day I do. I've been doing that for many months.
It's giving only temporary relief, right?
It's better, but it's not completely gone.
Yes, because this is only a temporary relief method. I have to think in terms of, I have an idea how to work with you. I will arrange a video call and let's try something new to see whether we can work with it or not.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. So maybe tomorrow is sometime the afternoon good for you?
No, tomorrow we are traveling, going back to Houston.
Oh, okay. So maybe next week you tell me what is a good day in the afternoon. We'll have a time and we can do it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So any other last questions?
I
Thought?
have a question.
Yes.
This I'm Im. Can I do
Hi,
while
Ma'am.
I'm walking in the morning in the trail?
Hi, ma'am. What is it you were saying in the train?
While I'm walking on the trail or something doing, then I can do it while walking.
Okay. See, what happens is you can try it, but it'll be a little more difficult. The reason it will be difficult is when you're walking in the trail, you want to keep rhythm in the breath. If you recall, I have mentioned 2 steps inhale, 4 steps exhale, right? So in other words, what you want to do is you want to have the exhalation longer than inhalation. And that actually brings a deep relaxation effect in the body. Okay. So when you're focusing on the breath at the same time to do high minimum may be a little difficult. So Nikhil, you want to say something? Yes.
Yes. Actually, I have systolic blood pressure higher compared to and the diastolic is always it is below 80.
Okay.
But systolic is complicated, and I am taking a lot of medication, at least 3-4 types of medication for keeping it down, the systolic blood pressure. So which the mantra or the which exercise I should take?
Okay. In your case, if I see you have been doing this regular practice for what, like a month or so?
Yeah.
And so the part is you have not found a change in the blood pressure, right?
Actually, I am taking the medication as well as I am practicing the mantra or all these things.
Do you take daily blood pressure reading?
No, not really.
Or do you take once a week at least?
Yeah, once a week at least. Or
you have a
twice.
machine at home?
Yeah, I have machine.
Okay. So in the last couple of weeks when you have taken, has it been like normal, like 120 by below 80?
No, it is systolic is sometimes it spike, say sometimes it is 40, 45, 50 even.
Okay,
And
you realize that you have to take it for resting blood pressure, which means a good time to take is in the morning when you get up. The
Mhm.
first time when you wake up before you do other things, if you take, that's a good time to take it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So if you find it stays at 145, like with all the medication you're taking, then in which case, and with all the practices you've been doing, it has not had an effect. I can already rule out various reasons for it. Okay.
Okay.
And like the thing is, you see, the neck, the carotid area, which has the baroreceptors, is not an issue. Now, the thing is, you see, it's an issue. Okay. And, looking at you with this practice, your stress should have come down. So stress should not be an issue. So the only way in which I can look further is if you come in to take a reading, then in which case from the reading, we can see what else is there that is a hidden underlying thing that may be causing it. Okay. Like, for example, in this particular case, we discovered that it had something to do with the spine that I told you, right? So
Yeah.
unless we can zero in on it, I cannot give you an answer.
Okay.
So with that thought, let's, close, and let's hope in a few months or so, we'll have all the answers on blood pressure. With that as the thought, let's end with Om. Take a deep breath in. Let's end with the thought, may we be guided to fulfill the purpose for which we are born. See you tomorrow. Namaste.
Namaste to all.
Thank you. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much.
Yoga family. Bye.